What's going on, people? Welcome back to Man Knows Football. You're here with myself, Guni, and Matisse. And you know what? Every single time I switch on this camera, I always find something behind me or in the set that's just getting on my nerves, and I just have to move out of the way. And it's no different this time. This chair, which is not really there, just decides to just pop up this time round. But now that we've got the little OCD out of the way, yes, Matisse, how we doing, bruv? A flipping London derby at the bridge this time. The other quote-unquote leg went 3-0 at the Emirates. I'm hoping we mirror the same result again today. But before we get into that, actually, I forgot to tell the people, smash the like button as you come in. Make sure you subscribe as well. Road to 10K. We have actually, the move from 6K to 7K and now potentially to 8K, Matisse, has been mad.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. It's been in a space of like 3 weeks or so. So it's been real quick. And that's thanks to the people them in the chat. And I've said it to Lee Gunn. I've said it to Eunice as well. Now I'm saying it to you. Thank you very much. You lot have contributed massively to the growth of this channel. Long may it continue. But let's get on with potentially what could be a fantastic day for Chelsea, because this is a team I hate so much. I hate this team so badly. I want us to pack them and I want to get it done today. No questions asked. But Matisse, how are you feeling today?
I'm good. I've been collecting intelligence from the ops. Do you know what I'm saying? I did a little tour. I went on Lee Judge's channel, collected some info, spoke to Dan Potts on the Monday, collected some info, Turkish, you know what I'm saying? Get some info, Chris Shaw, Laurie, get some info. So I've collected a lot of data, bro. I've collected a lot of data for this. And I feel like as much as we've obviously, played twice last week, very energy, physically taxing matches. Listen, they got a couple injuries and they don't seem to be dealing with them very well. And I feel like, if we can just bring this next level energy from somewhere, maybe a little bit of rotation is going to have to be at play here. I'm a bit worried. I don't know who the hell is going to be playing in the starting 11, but trust me, they're not feeling great right now as a unit. There's some chinks in the armor, 100%.
No, 100%. This is what I will say though, bruv. Yeah. I still, regardless of all of that, I still feel oddly confident. Now, here's my thing: is Arsenal, they did do the double over us last season, and that makes me sick to my stomach. But I have to explain to the people why all this energy for Arsenal. Well, I went to school in North London, yeah, and during the times of between the year 2000 and year 2005. So you know exactly what period I had to go to secondary school in. Yeah, I suffered under the hands of Arsenal fans. And obviously right now we fast forward to 2022. I'm doing back again with Troops and Czar. So it just makes it that extra bit sweeter. I'm not going to lie to you. A victory over Arsenal. So this is why I am relentless. I don't care if there's nothing to play for all season. This is the one game that I want us to win. Now, you did mention there might be some tired legs out there because we have had a lot of psychological and physically taxing pressure on the players. Real Madrid, even the Crystal Palace game as well, obviously being a semi-final, pressure to get into the final as well. I'm going to start off with one position that quite a few people might not want to touch, but that is Kai Havertz. He is human too. We just spoke off camera briefly, saying that don't be surprised if we don't see King Kai start today. He is human after all. He might need to rest his legs, but the replacement for that, Romelu Lukaku, has been stinking out the place, quote unquote, has not impressed our fan base. But the one positive I can take from the big water buffalo up top is the fact that he got himself a goal against Arsenal. It was his debut game as well. Hopefully, this may be a sign for him to kick on and get some goals. As much as he's annoyed us this season, he's still a Chelsea player. And there's nothing more that I'd like for him to kick on and actually start, doing what he was signed for, scoring goals and popping up in important moments and not missing headers against Real Madrid that could have actually changed the game for us. But do you see him stepping into the lineup today?
I do, I do. I said it in my preview as well. I just feel like it's an opportunity that I feel like he kind of has to take. And like we said with Kai, he is human. He's played a lot of matches. He's done very well. And I feel like if you're gonna put Lukaku into a game, I think a London derby like this, where the defenders are not particularly, he could bully those defenders. I know Pablo Mari is obviously a massive drop off, and he scored against them earlier in the season when things were, fresh, and it's a different Lukaku in terms of, his approach to things and the environment, so to speak. But, even still, if if you're Lukaku and you see your name on the starting lineup against Arsenal Football Club, knowing that he's a massive admirer of Didier Drogba as well, if that doesn't provoke something in your heart, yeah, to do some damage tonight, I don't know. It's long for you, innit? This really, because I know he reportedly wants to try and make it work, or I don't know. Maybe it's just lip service. Who can even tell with this man anymore? However, if you start tonight, that's probably the biggest chance you're going to get to sway opinion for a few people. Me, like I said, long day for you, innit? I'm not going to lie. You got a long way to go. But if you do a madness against Arsenal and you do the Drogba celebration, and it can capture some people. It can get some people twist up. So it's an opportunity because Werner, Tuchel's spoken about it. Learn from Werner. Werner, before Southampton, bruh, you couldn't have a conversation about this guy without saying the word how much.
Yeah, get him out of my club.
and to be honest, for me, the conversation is still like that. He's still probably got to go because the amount of money he is on, is mad. And he's done it in a few select games, which you could say actually just suit his style. Now, can he do it at home to Stamford Bridge? I'm not really so sure. However, at least he's made you even think about him in a way, in a positive light in this last week. Lukaku needs to do the same because if he doesn't, like I said, new owners coming in, they didn't purchase your ass. So it's not 97 million, it's zero.
Exactly.
Upwards.
Yep. The thing starts at zero all over again. But you know what? Speaking of Drogba celebrations, I had a flashback of Tammy Abraham. Oh, what a celebration that was at the Emirates.
Yes.
Yeah, makes me smile. Literally done the Drogba celebration on the Emirates. Instant legendary moment for me. But yeah, I hope he can do it today. But listen, even I ain't gonna lie to you, yeah. Even if he does put in a performance, if Lukaku gets a hat-trick today, for me, it just says, all right, cool. That's just more money we can put on top to sell to PSG. His time is done. Finished. I don't want him at the club. You're done out here, bro. Technically, I've seen enough for me to say, like, yo, you are not, for this modern era of football, especially playing in the top 4 or 5 teams, you are not cutting it, mate. You're not cutting it.
Oh, I 100% want him to leave.
Yep,
100%.
Modern striker needs to be a complete striker. Harry Kane has set pace. You already know this guy not scoring goals. Cool. I will drop deep and I will assist like an absolute demon. And that's what he's doing. So if you can't keep up with the modern game, this guy doesn't even have a touch. He could, bruv, listen, I don't want to start going on a Lukaku rant and starting my agenda on that before the game because he is going to score today. He's going to make it happen. He's definitely getting on the score sheet, bruv. But we got to look at Arsenal as well. They have so many problems of their own. They're off the back of 3 losses on the trot, which to me makes them more dangerous because they actually have something to play for. Arguably, for us, you could say the thing's done, top 4 is comfortable. Me personally, and I'm sure you, I don't want the embarrassment of finish 4th considering where we are. Do you know what I mean? So that's really on the mind. But Arsenal, really and truly, if they're not looking at it as dead already, if they lose today, that top 4 hope is going to be shattered because they've still got to go to Manchester United after this. They've still got to play the North London derby. And I believe there's still another banana skin in there as well somewhere. So it's a tricky set. Yeah. So, I mentioned the North London derby. So it's a tricky set of fixtures for them.
West Ham, that's it.
But today, really and truly, I'm thinking Arteta is saying, look, today really is your last chance to re-kick your top 4 fight because that's all we've got left. Yeah. If you do this against Chelsea, you can do it against all the other teams at the end of the season. So there's a huge incentive for them to get a win. And that's where I'm slightly concerned. But they also do have quite a few injuries, and their midfield right now is looking absolutely shocking, bruv. You've got this you called Bambi Lokonga, who really looks like he's on ice or something, bruv. When he's playing football, he's looking shaky. They've got Xhaka playing at left back. They've got this brother Eddie Nketiah, fam. The last time this guy scored a Premier League goal was like over 365 days ago. Not even a Premier League season. 365 calendar year days. Yeah, that is wild. That is crazy, fam.
No Premier League goals
this is what I'm saying. If by somehow he bags a goal today, I swear down, I don't care who's responsible. They need to at least get fined, cuz. No, they do. They need to get fined. I swear down.
I agree. I personally feel like they'll be more dangerous if they go Martinelli up top, and go Pepe from the start because Alonso's not the quickest. I know Alonso is actually playing really well recently. However, I know Alonso, you know Alonso, we all know Alonso. He's due a clanger at some point. It's just how it goes. I don't want to hear nobody try to tell me otherwise, Evo, because I've been saying this about 15 times the last God knows how many years, and everybody always be like, "Oh, you're too moany about Emma Harsh." No, we know what it is. Let's just accept it, innit? We know what's coming at some point. Hopefully, it's not today. So yeah, with Pepe, you got the unknown factor of the guy hasn't played in a while, and you know, he used to support Chelsea, and he's got some pace, and he can finish at points, and maybe, just maybe, he might want to prove himself on the big stage as well. So, listen, if they go with that and they go Smith Rowe and Odegaard and maybe Saka on the left back or left wing back, and maybe they could change things up. They could go three at the back. You know, they could go Saka left wing back then and push him forward to overlap on the left. James has been doing really well at locking up people on that side, so I'm not so worried over there. But like I said, if they're going Nketiah up top, then my confidence doubles. You know, I'm already confident of a 2-0 win anyway. But if Nketiah is starting up top, my confidence is doubling, because he's just he's not very prolific, is he?
That's Matisse's polite way of basically saying he's shit. So yeah, we'll accept that.
I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to do that to him. I'm not going to do that to him. He's running out of contract. He's not Arsenal level, but I could see him going to a lower league team or a championship team and doing
hey, my
very
bro,
well.
This guy had this opportunity at Leeds and he was a super sub, fam. And this is when they was in the championship. So really and truly, bruv, if we're being completely honest, yeah, the writing is on the wall for that, brother. I swear down.
He's leaving.
Bruv, listen, if he gets a Premier League move, I am going to the exit trials. I swear. This summer, I will go to the exit trials. I will trim down. I will stop smoking weed. I'll get my fitness. I'm going to that exit.
Man said I'll stop. Stop. Man said he'll stop. He'll stop right now. He'll quit it all.
Hey, listen, nah, he can't. It's impossible. But nah, I do feel oddly confident. And this is the thing is, Arteta has such the solution for even this injury problem, right? Obviously, Thomas Partey is a huge miss for them. But it's just like, even if you do make some tweaks here and there, just like you said, because I've been saying, even without the injuries, I've been saying, you've got to put Pepe on that right, Martinelli down that middle, whoever's on that left is on that left, Saka, the other guy they're comparing to Mason Mount for some strange reason.
Odegaard, you got
one of them too. That's their strongest. That's their strongest three. Lacazette has been horseshit for them, but then boy, I don't listen. For me, whatever team they put out there, injuries considered, I do not see them. I don't see them getting the result. Obviously, it's a London derby. Can't be too sure. Martinelli, for me, is somebody that does scare me, bruv. He does, because he has that profile where he doesn't need to look to other players to make things happen. He can just pick up the ball and say, you know what? You ain't doing it. You ain't doing it. I'm going to go one-on-one with this brother, potentially beat this guy and put it away. That's the only threat in this game that I'm really, really afraid of. Odegaard, obviously being involved in the creative side of it, yes, as well. But I just feel like we've got enough to shut these guys out, man.
We should.
Seriously, yeah.
Now, no Cover is a bit of a worry because he's been carrying on midfield, I think, this season.
Yeah, true.
Loftus-Cheek's come into good form, so I would like him to start. I would personally go over 4 at the back. I don't feel like we should be going 3 at the back, because I feel like whoever starts up top for them, we should be able to deal with them. I would rather now see Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Mason Mount, and Jorginho second half against Palace. I want to see that against Arsenal, and I want to see, or Kante could come into it because he obviously didn't start and he's probably fully ready to go. But I want to see people in the 8 positions aggressively getting in between those spaces, because Xhaka, if we get him booked early, that brother's getting sent off. Lokonga's not a DM, and El Neni's not very good either. He's pretty shit. So you need to take advantage of that midfield. There's no party. We should be able to outnumber them, and we should be able to dominate that midfield. And if we dominate the midfield, then we've won, in my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? So you got Ruben Loftus-Cheek on the right side of that 8 position. He's a good dribbler. We know they have left-back issues because Tavares is playing and getting hooked off. There's no Tierney. So you got a dribbler there. And if you just get these guys, taking players on, dribbling, Ruben's job will be to do that, because obviously you've got no cover. Committing fouls, taking early bookings. I think we're gonna have a good day in that midfield. And I'd probably look at starting Ziyech as well, because you're gonna have to look at some rotation and maybe Pulisic starts at left wing as well. So you got to have a bit of rotation, because these guys have been playing the most games this season out of any other club in this country.
Facts.
We have had no days off for the COVID situation. We're the only team that didn't have no days off there, no games called off. And we also had an injury crisis as well. So there's a lot of players that have been playing a lot of games, and they need. I think the way we'll drop points is if we don't put out a team that's fit or a team that's tired, and then we get overrun by a young Arsenal team. Do you know what I'm saying? If we put out a team that's fully fit with a couple of changes, not too many changes, still a strong team, still Rudiger, Christensen or Silva, both of them are strong. Christensen had a great game against Palace.
Absolutely.
You still play a strong player. I don't want to see no Sal Niguez. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see no Sarr. I don't want to see none of that. But if you play a strong team and you play a fit team, I think we'll still win the game.
Hey, do you know what? Kante is a conversation that we need to have, but do you know what? I've got to big up Chike. He does support the channel quite a bit. Throws in a question. I think this is for you though, Matisse.
Okay.
It's for you. But just give him a quick answer for that. Love GK to bits on this platform.
6-0 Chelsea, just like Arsene Wenger's 1,000th match. Also, shout out to you, Matisse, for your appearance on Sky Sports. Are you broadcasting journalist major? Oh, okay. Also, thoughts on Liverpool 4-0 against United. I'm not a broadcasting journalist major at all. I could look into courses and start thinking about things like that, but I'm not gonna lie to you. You could go that way, and that helps, but also clout is king. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just
keep it a buck. Do you know what I'm saying? If you make enough good content and you demonstrate enough skills, someone will take you on as well as a junior that way, and then you can get in that way at one of these companies. So when you're getting enough views or you're getting enough attention, and you're doing enough good content, then you'll get enough opportunities. So I'm going down that route because money I have to make. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really got time for no course now. It's time to get to work. So yeah, but that's how it is. And also when it comes to Liverpool against United, I watched the game, and it was honestly one of the most puzzling games to watch, because I couldn't analyze it. It's just one team are really, really good and one team are really, really shit. And that team that are really, really shit are meant to be really good, and they're meant to be rivals, and they're meant to be in the same division, but they don't look like they belong on the same pitch. And I can't even begin to tell you how confused I was about Manchester United and what they should do to even get the goal back or the 2 goals back, or there's nothing they can do. Like, there's not a single. I'm usually quite creative with tactics. Not saying I know what I'm talking about all the time, but I at least have ideas. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Saka could go left wing back, turn to a back three, Cedric tucks in. Do you know what I mean? Just little things like that could maybe change things for Arsenal. They got no DM. Maybe go free at the back against Chelsea, extra protection because there's no DM there. But Man United, I was like, I don't know there's nothing you can do here. There's absolutely nothing you can do to stop this battering. Like, I thought I predicted 4-0 already on Big Six, but unfortunately I predicted 4-1. I knew they were going to get clapped up. I just knew it. Like, Liverpool are chasing the title. They've played their strongest 11, and you lot don't know how to keep the ball, can't attack, can't defend. You can't do nothing. Can't do nothing, bro.
Yeah, it was shocking. I said 4-0. I'm back again. When I heard they was at Anfield, I said, they're definitely gonna lose 4-0. So we got the 4-0 prediction. I'm not even surprised, bro. To me,
bro, I'm so angry. I said 4-1 because I knew it would be 4-0, bro. We both.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You see,
we should have stuck bets on it, bro.
We should have put P's on it. 100%.
We knew it, bro. It was the most predictable scoreline ever. It was one of the most predictable scorelines you could ever predict. I don't know why I didn't put P's on it, and I don't know why I gave Man United a goal like a dumbass, man.
Bro, no word of a lie, yeah. I was watching the game with Alonso, and as soon as the first goal went in, I said, son, I would have been tempted to pick up my shit and just bounce and just go leave the stadium. It's a long way from there back to London. I would have bounced anyway. Yeah, because that shit, back five being open and exposed on a 3 versus 2 in the first 8 minutes is disgusting. It's a sackable offense. And then the second thing that made me crease, my bro, is when Paul Pogba, he just said, you know what, fuck this, I'm out. You are not going to embarrass me in my last season in the Premier League. Goodbye. I ain't doing this, fam. You're going to sub me off. gonna sub me off. I ain't doing this, bruv. It legit. Listen, I don't know if he was injured, but it legit looked to me like he had enough. He said, "Nah, fuck this. I can forecast what's coming. I ain't gonna be a part of it. See you later." But yeah, man, United in the bin. Liverpool again. For me, they're gonna be winning the title at the end of the season. I don't see them losing any of the games that they have left. Manchester City, for me, from what I've seen over the past few weeks, they don't. Yes, they're a strong team. For me, they are one of two of the best teams in the world. The other team being Liverpool, but I just feel Liverpool have that bit extra, that bit of an edge, and I feel that they used January very, very well in adding Diaz to that attack. Because boy, it's an absolutely crazy signing that one is, and we're starting to see it. But back to the game, back to the London derby. Do you know what? Chica sent a super chat. I forgot about that prediction for Man City Brighton. I'm going to go 2-1 Man City. Matisse,
I think I went with 3-0 Man City or something.
3-0. I'm gonna go 2-1. I think Brighton they defend better than most people think. I reckon they will get a goal, but I reckon Man City will be too much for them, bruv. Definitely got to put respect on Man City's name. But yeah, but to just really going back to today, man. Lukaku 100% starts for me. Ziyech comes on for me as well. That left side of theirs is going to be weak, you know, whether it's Xhaka or unless it's Saka, which I highly doubt he's going to do. We ain't seen that all season, but knowing Chelsea, like this might be the game where he picks the right lineup and never picks the right lineup again after that. That's just Chelsea's luck. But I don't see him making the right decision there. So that's going to be good for Ziyech. Reece James as well, if he's going to be partnering him on that right side, it's going to be an absolute bro. Now that I'm really thinking about it, because I forgot about the star boy Reece James, that right side, as long, and please, Thomas Tuchel, I beg you, don't play him as a right centre back today. I beg you, put him on the right wing, and trust Azpilicueta or somebody else in that RCB position, bro.
We'll just go with 4 at the back.
Yeah, or even about you're that.
See what I'm saying?
Wow. Matisse is confident. Matisse actually said,
I want to pack the midfield, bro. I'm going 4-3-3, packing the midfield, because I just feel like that midfield of theirs is so weak. If we just get possession and dominate, like from the possessional standpoint, and then go from the eights, like I said, and trying to unlock those. Reece James can tuck in as a right back into midfield as well to help with transitions. Some people are saying don't start Jorginho. If you're going to play Loftus-Cheek and Mason Mount in the eights, you have to start Jorginho. You can't start Kante. You can't start Kante in DM and expect him to pass the ball in between the lines into Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Mason Mount on a consistent basis. I understand that Kante can cover more ground if you're going to go with a lone DM and you're gonna have to take Odegaard into account, etc. But Odegaard for me doesn't play. He doesn't always play at the quickest tempo. He's not lightning quick. I would say that if you get James and tuck him in as a right back and tell him to help with those transitions in midfield, and also just say to Mason Mount or Ruben, also one of you make sure that you tuck in as well and make sure one of you goes, one of you stays, and vice versa. I think we'll be all right in that department. And maybe then you do play Christensen in centre back instead of Silva, so you have extra pace as well at centre back. But for me, if you're going to play the eights, you need to have somebody who's going to be able to pass the ball in between the lines. I can't be having Kante doing turnovers in DM. I can't be doing it. Yeah, for free. Doing it. So if people don't like that suggestion, then you got to take out either Ruben or Mason and put Kante in there, and then go like that with a 4-3-3.
That's why I agreed with you, bruv. Like for me, Kante needs protection not only from the team but from himself, bruv, because the amount of possession this guy's turned over and his just inability recently to even retain possession, it's worrying, bruv. And
people are saying that I know Jorginho is going to make a mistake and give the ball away. Did we not see Kante?
This is what I'm saying.
So
in both legs as well.
Bro, so it's both of them. So who do you trust more to pass the ball, Jorginho or Kante? That's what it comes down to, because people are talking to me about Jorginho, and I get it. But Kante be giving the ball away as well. Kante be turning the ball over for fun. What are we talking about here? So when Arsenal press now, and you've got Kante in DM on his own trying to evade the press, what do you think is going to happen?
There you go.
Come on now, think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that black and white, people. Kante in DM. Do you not remember Kante when he played in DM against Arsenal under Conte? And then he had to switch the whole system. Do you remember that?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
We lost 3-0 at the
Slapped. Embarrassed.
So yeah, listen, anybody who knows me I don't do Kante and DM. I don't do it. It don't work. It don't run. It don't happen. He's not a sitting midfielder. He is a player that wants to be box to box. He wants to move around, run around. I don't trust him to sit and just scan and do all these things and just stay in one stationary role. It don't suit him, and he can't. He's not one of the midfielders I want to see playing out from the back. We need to remember that Jorginho has played this role his whole career, and he's not every single game chucking goals away. He played it for Italy. He played it for Sarri. He played it for Napoli. And he's played it for Chelsea. So as bad as he may have been recently or inconsistent, let's remember that he actually plays this role.
Record.
This is his role. It's not Kante's role to do this. So I'm not taking no risk playing Kante in there. So yeah, there's no way I'm putting Kante in DM. It's not happening.
And in typical WWE fashion, to those that still watch that, I stopped watching that over 15 years ago. We have an interruption. We have a new challenger entering the building. Can anyone in the comments guess who it is? Too late. Bam. Man like you.
Coming in at number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
Man said too late. Bang. Didn't give the viewers no time.
To all of you.
Come on, Eunice. There we go.
We got Eunice in the building. We got Eunice in the building. How you doing, my bro? How you feeling for today's game, bruv? Arsenal as well, big game.
I'm excited, man. This is, as I said on my previous day, this is the one game I look on the fixture list when the games are released at the start of the season, just for the bents. Not even a case of this is who we're going to be competing with for the title. I'm just like, all right, when are we playing Arsenal? So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, man. This is going to be hopefully good, and then no mud in our face like it has been the last few years.
I mean, Matisse and I, we've just been talking about the game briefly, just been giving our thoughts, and to be honest with you. Aside from one or two tactical tweaks that we don't think Arteta is going to make, we really don't see Arsenal doing much, especially with the injuries. Also, as well, they've lost huge striker in Aubameyang and have failed to replace him. And now they're looking at striking options in Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah. Now, Eunice, I've got to ask you, does that strike any kind of fear or intimidation in your heart whatsoever when you hear them names there?
Literally none. But Arsenal somehow on their day against us, they show up, and I don't know how or why. But on paper, I read those names, especially the team that lost to Southampton. We should be beating them pretty straightforward. We should, realistically. But as I've said, Arsenal on their day, you just never know against us if we want to turn into Charity FC once again. So yeah, but on paper, no. I look at those names and I think, that doesn't strike any fear. If anything, it strikes fear into me as to what we're going to do to ourselves.
Yeah,
and,
true.
That's the main thing.
Nah, true. Matisse, we haven't gone through our lineups. I know, Eunice, you've joined a little late. But first, Matisse, I've got to ask you, how much time do you have? I don't want to go over any time. If I get carried away.
Maybe 10 minutes. I'm good for 10 more minutes, 100%, yeah.
How about you, Eunice?
Yeah, the same sort of 10, 15, 20 minutes. I don't mind.
Cool.
Up until 20, I'm cool.
Perfect. So let's just go into the lineups. Matisse, I will start with you. I'll let you pick the defense, and then we'll go into the midfield with Eunice, and then we'll go through the attack together. So, Matisse, let's start with you.
I think I've kind of like run through my team kind of like by accident, isn't it?
Oh, you did it? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did as well. Yeah, you did.
Should I go 1 to 11? Just the whole team.
Yeah, just let the people know so they got a clear picture.
Just in case they came in late. So I've been accidentally just giving you the
drip dropping him. Yeah. Drip dry. Yeah, that's it.
So in goal, Mendy. I think it's very clear Mendy's going to be playing the rest of the games if he's fit. And Kepa needs to be going in the summer, and Tuchel's been kind of alluding to that. Alonso at left back, and he's going to be the one that pushes forward the most out of the two fullbacks. I know he's not very good at left back, but it will kind of turn into a back three if need be with Silva, Rudiger, and James for the rest of the back line. So when Alonso pushes up, Reece tucks in and takes up those positions, whether it's helping Jorginho or making it a back three. Then Jorginho. This is difficult. Kante's fresh. I'm gonna go ballsy and Kante can come on off the bench if needed with that little extra burst of energy to impact the game. I'm going to go Jorginho, Ruben, and Mount. Right wing Ziyech, Lukaku up front, left wing Pulisic. I don't think Werner can do anything in this match. I think Arsenal are going to sit off a bit.
Mm-hmm.
The dimensions are back to normal now. Reality is back.
And they don't, and if we have it right, they don't defend too badly sometimes.
Sometimes they can defend. So I feel like for me, Ziyech will need to do this thing where he cuts in and Reece and Ruben overlap on that right. And remember, the left back is quite dodgy. So you get a few dribblers over there, like Ruben, and then Ziyech as well. It can get quite confusing, chaotic over there. And Xhaka getting booked on that left side of midfield as well. And then on the other side, I think you need a dribbler. And Pulisic, listen, he can dribble. Do you know what I'm saying? And also, I want someone who's going to be a bit different on that left wing, who's going to get in at the back post, which is what he should be trying to do, and help Lukaku. Lukaku drift off to the right. Pulisic kind of be that second striker who will drift in and try and get those goals. But at least then, you know, if it is a low block, Pulisic's probably more likely than Werner to do something. So that's why I'm going with him. Yeah.
But you see, although Pulisic does have that,
he's been poor.
Bruv.
But Werner, I know Werner's in good form, but I don't really feel like this is too much to just be hanging your hats on, or he's going to just keep doing what he's doing.
I agree. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I didn't even have Timo in my starting 11. Everyone's disappeared on me. Looks like Guni is left here on his ones. But you know what? I will go through my lineup. Matisse is giving you his. I will be going with the back five. Obviously, the big man, Mendy, will be in the sticks. In defense, boy. Oh yeah, no, we've got Eunice back. But I'm still gonna go through the formation. So in defense, it's gonna be Eunice. Thiago Silva didn't play the last game, did he?
No, but he's fit for this. He's ready if he does play. He trained, so.
Thiago Silva starts for me. Obviously, Rudiger starts. Christensen, our strongest back three. Alonso, Reece James, wing backs. Am I gonna go with the pivot?
Surely.
But bruv, Kante's been off form. Jorginho
done well in the last game.
But so did Loftus-Cheek.
Well, exactly. That's the debacle. That's the.
All right. Do you know what? I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go with the back four, right? And I'm gonna put Loftus-Cheek in that midfield because obviously you know that role that he's been doing where he goes out wide and does the wing back role thing. Strange role, but it works for him anyway. So I'll go with the back four instead. So Alonso left back, Rudiger, Thiago Silva centre backs. Right back will be Reece James. Midfield will be Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho, Kante. I don't know, bruv. I don't know whether to start this guy, blood. I swear I don't know. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put Kante in there. Because I feel this, do you know what? Just looking at the balance of things, I think this is a good game for him to come back and get some confidence back, retain the possession a little bit better, and not give away the ball so much. So I'm going to give Kante, give some trust to Kante, although I feel his form is off. And then in front of them, it will have to be the Buffalo up top, Bellingham, aka Lukaku. On that right side, it will be Hakim Ziyech. And on that left side, quite rightly, like Matisse said, I will go for Pulisic. I'll give him a chance as well. But definitely Loftus-Cheek plays that hybrid role for me. So the back four isn't really a back four when we're defending. It's a back five sort of thing. So that's my formation. And Matisse, I've actually put in Kante in the midfield three. Not sure.
Oh, have you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, listen, Kante's fresh, isn't it? He's fresh. He's fit. So I can understand him getting in. For me, it's just I know if he plays in those 8 positions, what is he giving me in comparison to Ruben and Mount? and Ruben and Mount are giving me more in the 8 in terms of what I want going forward. Defensively, then Kante is absolutely.
That's the
slaughtering
name
both
I
of them.
forgot. Yeah, I've got to switch it up now. That's the name. That's the name I forgot. I don't know how.
Do you know
I
what I'm
forgot
saying?
Money Mace.
You can't play with
Yeah,
that.
Money Mace, bro. Like, you know. What I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So sorry, N'Golo.
Yeah,
Money
it's
Mace
tough,
has
man.
to take your place, especially after. Listen, I think he's been integral over the past couple games where we've shown a good run of form. So 100% Mason Mount's got to go in there. Eunice, give us your lineup.
I wouldn't change much, you know. For this game, I think after this game, we can start thinking about tinkering a little bit, because then we look forward to the cup final. Then, you know, third will be cemented. If we beat Arsenal tonight, third is pretty much on the money, done. So I would keep what's been working for us. So I'd go, I'd stick with the back three. Hybrid, if you want to do that, I don't mind, because again, we should be having control of the ball. I would go Rudiger, Silva, Christensen. I'd go Reece James right wing back. I'd go Alonso left wing back. I wouldn't mind having Kante, Loftus-Cheek together.
Interesting.
But I also wouldn't be surprised if Tuchel went with Kante, Jorginho. Because I think regardless, we dominate that midfield. I don't think Lokonga's going to stand a foot in that. I'd be shocked. If he did, I'd be shocked. Obviously, you never know, but I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I think in terms of experience, moving the ball quickly, I don't think there's going to be much. You see how Jorginho in the last game was under threat and just given the ball and against Palace, and it was a case of being defensively just liable.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be a situation for Arsenal in midfield. I think they're probably going to come more towards the wings if they try to get forward. So I think Jorginho would actually be comfortable. But if we're basing it on form, Kante, Loftus-Cheek, I think together, just to provide some security to Ruben, Kante, I guess. And I wouldn't change the front three. I'm hearing all this talk about Lukaku. I wouldn't change.
He's not having none of it. He said, "What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? We're not fucking using this, lad."
I can understand, yeah, if he were to come on later. But I'm hearing Tuchel talk about it. I'm hearing everyone, Lukaku, yeah, because he scored like against Arsenal at the Emirates. Yeah, he's got to play this one. Look, Mount, Werner, Havertz has been fantastic over the last 3 matches. Yeah, I think we go with that, and then later on, hopefully, if we're 2-3-0 up, bring on Lukaku and tell him to do his thing. At that point, I wouldn't mind. I think Tuchel, weirdly enough, I think he's going to start Lukaku. All this talk pre-match just making me think he's going to start. So
He'll score as well. This is the thing, because you forget.
Do you think?
Arsenal are that team, brother? Listen, I even said on Back Again.
I'm not so sure, you know.
I said, no, watch. I even said on Back Again as a joke. Yeah, I said, listen, this is the game where Lukaku and Saul both score in the same game, and we win 2-0. Arsenal are that gift, bruv. When it comes to records and breaking goal droughts, Arsenal are just that team. But at the same time, we have known to be charitable too. Yeah, and that's the side that concerns me a little bit. Yeah, so Ketia might get his goal, and some people might need to get fined in this team. But don't be surprised, bruv. Yeah, don't be surprised. Stranger things have happened. These are 2 teams that can be pretty charitable. But score predictions. Let's go. I'm gonna start with Eunice now. What's your score prediction?
I'm going 2-0. Chelsea, of course. Realistically, I think we can get more, but I'm gonna be humble. I'm gonna say 2-0 this time. Just in case.
It's an humble thing, yeah? I said 2-0 as well. That was my prediction. So it's literally the same thing. I have to trust us to keep the clean sheet. If we don't keep the clean sheet, my lord, then we're not serious. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this Arsenal team have been struggling going forward. That's literally their problem right now. They can't get goals, and their young players are not. They've kind of dried up. So yeah, we need to win this thing. Can't lie.
Yeah, 100% clean sheet. Lacazette, we can't have him scoring, bruv. His Bold Lives Matter membership is at stake at the minute, bruv. I'm telling you, bruv. We're about to expel him. If he doesn't get at least 5 goals between now and the end of May, his Bold Lives Matter card is being revoked, cuz he will be going to you people with a hairline. Yeah, you lot take him, convince him to go to Turkey or
No, we
something.
don't want him. We don't want him.
With the board delegation, give you, yeah, that's how it's gonna go. But my score prediction, I'm actually gonna go one step further. My score prediction is 3-0. 2 goals from Lukaku and 1 from Reece James.
Bloody hell.
And I think Reece James gets 2 assists.
Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot of goals.
That's a lot to ask for, you know.
Yeah, a lot. You're asking for a lot.
Is it though?
The scoreline is one
Trust,
thing.
trust, it is.
Lukaku getting 2.
Two,
He's
you know.
even bigger.
Bro, if he gets 1 and he manages to scuff it in off his fucking, I don't know, off
his
knee,
elbow or
I'll
something.
be happy. Yeah. Listen, if Lukaku gets 1 and scuffs it off his knee, I'm happy, man. You're asking for 2 now. Lord of mercy.
You know, fun fact, he's not scored a Premier League goal in 2022.
Yeah. I know. Guys, you also forget that today is 420, and I'm an avid fan of what's going on today. So I am slightly under the influence too. So I don't know if that is kind of judging my decision.
I thought that was a sex position. Carry on.
yes. So I am very much under the influence, and I will be probably until I go to sleep. Today's one of them days, 100%.
Well, Chelsea better be under the influence and bill up Arsenal and smoke them.
Hey, bro, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Do you know what I am gonna do? Actually, I'm gonna write Arsenal on one of these beautiful pieces of paper.
You should do it
when Back Again starts.
Yeah,
and if Troops does draw for the medicine, I will do the same. But I will put on camera Arsenal Football Club. Hopefully, it will happen. Fingers crossed. You get me, peoples. What have you got coming up on the channel, Matisse? Let them know.
For me, it is. What have we got? We've got the
Defenders.
I'm all over the shop. Watch along tonight on Twitch for the game. I never do watch alongs anymore for Chelsea games, it would seem, but we're back. And review will come out as well on the channel tonight. So yeah, pretty bog standard stuff. Previews up now already. So yeah, that's today's content, I think.
Eunice,
same settings. Watch along later. Match review straight after. Then we look forward into the weekend. We'll keep tabs on what's going on elsewhere and at Chelsea, and obviously with all the news and whatnot. And we go again on the weekend.
100%. As for over here, I will be doing the watching on Back Again. So with Troops and Zar. And I will be enjoying it if we do.
Rub it in.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I'll be dancing. I'll be dancing and all sorts and singing all kinds of songs, bro. I'll be going absolutely mental. Because if you lot saw Troops when we lost against Real Madrid 3-1, he was acting an absolute fool on my channel. So it's about time he gets something back. But before we go, actually, I've got to ask you two's opinion. Apparently, Max Brannan is going to Manchester United to become the new Manchester United manager. How do you both feel about
Man
that?
said Max Brannan.
Fam. That's Max Brannan.
All the players need to hide their
I was like,
wives
I swear it's Ten Hag. My tired self was just like, I say it's Ten Hag. Who's Max?
It's Max Brannan, cuz. Hey,
Yeah,
so what are you saying? Does that shake you in your boots in any way? For me, it doesn't. I think it's way more than a managerial thing that needs to be sorted out here. But I just wanted to get your thoughts before we bounce.
Well, apparently it is. Like, I thought it was just managers coming in. Apparently, there's going to be wholesale changes.
Yeah.
They've already, I think, Chief Scouts already left the club today. They're expecting 10 new signings or whatnot. Ten Hag's going to be coming with his staff. Players all leaving on free contracts. Pogba might be included, but it seems like there's a revolution about to take place there. So we'll have to wait and see who comes to the club, who Ten Hag brings in. Once we know the squad, we can start analyzing it. But I think they're doing the right thing to save the club. I think now they're beginning to take things a little serious. So they had to. Arsenal take note, I'm guessing. Like, they're not doing much. So
Matisse, thoughts before we bounce?
I think if they're going to make wholesale changes, then they're actually going to be going in a good direction, because they need to. I watched their game yesterday. And I can't pick out too many individuals that really should be playing for that football club because they're absolutely atrocious. Their squad is, I thought the individual ability was high and the team was an issue in terms of the style of play and, you know, too many mismatches in terms of profile. I think I need to bring it down on the ability and their quality as well, because my God, some of those players on that pitch are just not very good at all. So yeah, I think they do need to make a good 10 in, 10 out. That it needs to be that type of window. It needs to be like a Watford window. And then, yeah, you take the first season just getting used to each other. You maybe you don't even finish in the top 4, but you need to get a whole heap of them players out because they're absolutely awful. Awful.
I tell you straight up and down, when I saw the pivot of Bruno Fernandes and Matisse, I was like, this is comedy. This is comedy gold, fam. Absolute banter yesterday. But big up everybody. Big up you, man, for joining in today's stream. Obviously, we've got Chelsea versus Arsenal on a very, very special day today, which is 420. Hence why I'm doing this underneath the camera to celebrate the 420 occasion. Hopefully, we can get a result today at Stamford Bridge. The lads have told you what they've got coming up on their channels. Both of their links. In fact, I've got to put Eunice's one in the description. But if you do join us after the live, everybody's links will be down in the description. Make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you do as well smash that like button. We are on the road to 10K. We cannot stop now. Let's keep it moving. So smash that subscribe button if you are new. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please make sure you do stay safe. And for those of you that do celebrate, happy 420. Peace out.